we're going to do a little breakdown of this game. So, have you seen this, Tommy? I think you saw it. You've seen it maybe once. So this is a gameplay trailer for KCD2. It's about 20 plus minutes, 25 minutes of gameplay. It's narrated by Luke Dale, who is the voice actor for Hans Capon, who's an awesome character in the first game, and he's in the second game. He has a bigger role, it seems. So basically, I'm going to play through this, and I'm a little off the screen here, aren't I? I'm going to play through this, and I'm going to pause it at times, and let's go ahead and
Peggy 18.
hopefully audio is good. Let me know if it's too loud or too quiet. It's actual gameplay footage.
The Holy Roman Empire, 1403.
Does he sound okay? Is it loud enough?
Panie, mój Boże,
This is beautiful.
wysłuchaj mnie. Całe życie
I'm going to pause it already. I just want to, you can see my mouse, right? When I look at these screenshots, this is just my eye, and maybe this is because I look at too much code, but I look at repetition. So like when you look across these tree tops in the background, I'm trying to see where did they reuse the trees. It's like you see all these different like shapes and how they're, and then like right here, like this right here, you don't see that tree over here anywhere. And then you see this one lone tree here that doesn't have any branches on it or any leaves on it, just sticking straight up. And then I like start looking at these trees on the right. Now this tree right here, this one looks like it might be similar to this one right here. This is where my mind goes when I these screenshots, like I take it in, I'm like, oh, this looks nice. Then I start looking to where did they duplicate things, you know? And but that doesn't mean that is the same. Maybe it's not. But this is where I was just, you know, I don't know if anyone does the same thing, probably not. But this is a very epic scene. Big ass fucking tree, looks like an oak tree of some sort. Dude on a horse.
mordowałem i ruchałem. Więcej razy paliłem kościoły niż byłem u spowiedzi.
Don't have any closed caption here, I don't think.
Wybacz swemu słudze. Wybacz i pozwól mi jeszcze tylko
But he's basically telling his
raz
people to fuck off.
wykastrować tych bezbożnych skurwysynów!
Welcome to the first look at the gameplay of Kingdom Come Deliverance II, a unique
Beautiful.
action RPG with a vast, realistic open
This
world
is
and a
this is another thing that's interesting that I noticed. So in Kingdom Come 1, there are birds in the game, but they basically, like when you ride down the road, the birds they'll get alarmed, and there's a big flock of them, like 10 plus or whatever, and they fly off. And I think it's supposed to be one of those things that kind of like scares you or catches you off guard.
welcome
If you look at this,
to the first
you see all these
look at the
birds
gameplay
flying,
of Kingdom Come Deliverance.
as singular birds, kind of like in the forefront. Like look at all these birds. I see like 1, 2, 3, 4.
Action RPG with a
I'm really curious about a couple things. Did they increase like their wildlife? Because the first game was basically you had a couple different types of deer, you had boar, and then that was it. There were and bunnies. So you had rabbits, you had a couple of different types of deer, and you had boar. Those are the only animals in Kingdom Come 1. There were birds, but I won't really count them because they were like almost like just like random events where you'd get surprised by them. I'm trying to think back, but I don't believe in Kingdom Come 1 at any point was actually I should change my my stream info. 1 second. I just realized I had it on Ghost. I think you can get in trouble for this, like in real life, and the Twitch cops can get mad at you if you're giving the. But yeah, that's so. If Kingdom Come has like let's say you can catch a bird, maybe you can get bird meat. Maybe you can shoot one with a bow if it like gets on a. I'm just kind of intrigued by this because this says this is all gameplay footage, so I have to assume this is what I'm going to see in the game is these birds here.
vast, realistic open world and a grand cinematic story. As the young lad Henry, you will embark on an unforgettable journey through the beautiful but brutal world of the late Middle Ages. Our task for this quest is to find two men-at-arms,
Billany,
Raniek and Ada, and
Bellany,
recruit them into a rebellious
Bylany.
task force of which Henry
I
is
like how
part.
they are utilizing the same art style for the
With a
maps
bunch of
because that was one of the
talented
things I really
criminals
liked about the
and
first
violent
game.
drunks, you're about to unleash a guerrilla warfare against Sigismund, the usurper, of the Bohemian throne. The first man on the list, Raniek, was last seen in the nearby village of Bilani, playing dice in the tavern. Let's go ask the local gamblers about him.
Yeah, one thing that seems like a little... Also, the quality of this looks kind of shit for some reason. Just me? The health bar, I feel like I can't like pause it, I guess, with this thing go away. Nope. I'm kind of wondering if like the clip quality is correct, but does it look okay on your end? This is supposed to be 4K, and I feel like it doesn't look 4K to me.
It's very early. The villagers are just waking up to their everyday chores, milking cows, harvesting crops, or gambling groschen.
One of the things I noticed here is like I don't know if they did this just for the video, but I can't tell if they edited out where he walks up and he initiates conversation or if he gets pulled into a conversation. And they did that a little bit in KCD1, but not that much. Generally, unless it was like a main story mission or whatnot, you didn't get pulled into a conversation. You usually had to initiate and then it would maybe trigger a cutscene or whatnot. You'll see what I'm talking about right here when he walks up to him.
Lord be with you. Greetings. What brings you here so early?
I feel like they edited it out. They just didn't edit.
The innkeeper said you were playing dice with Raniek.
You know Raniek? Then you must have a drink with us.
Thanks, but I'd rather know what happened to Raniek.
Impatient, aren't you? We can take you to him right now, if you want.
Lead the way then.
Come on.
Nice fellas. They offered us a drink, and now they'll introduce Raniek to us. No questions asked. Looking forward to meeting him. Seems like
One thing I wonder also in KCD1, if you walked underneath one of these like clotheslines that had clothes hanging on them, there was no interaction to him. You just walked right through it. I'm kind of curious. I know it's not a big deal, but it's a detail that I like in games where you can interact with things in the world the way you'd expect. I'm also trying to pay attention to like these dirt roads. If there's footprints, if this grass moves as you walk through it. In KCD1, small grass wouldn't move, but tall grass would, and like tall plants would, which is fine. But I kind of like it when like everything kind of responds to you. Not a lot of games do it. Is what it is. Little detail
So where
that
is he?
myself and like 9 other people care about.
What? Where is he? I don't get it. What happened to him?
We met this Raniek in Sheetoki. We even lent him money when he had nothing to play with. He swore he'd pay us back. Then we met here and played some more. Raniek kept losing, but he didn't know when to stop.
What did he do to him?
When it was clear he had no...
There's also this really weird thing I noticed when I was watching this the first time. So if you look at this thing on right here on Henry's shoulders, I don't know what you call this thing, like this little what do you call these things? Not a jupon, that's wrong. But like look at the little frilly things at the bottom. Like you see these, they all animate the same way. Like they're sounds like looks like it's dancing back and forth.
Started watching him to make sure
You see this?
run away.
I find it distracting. I guess it's them trying to show it like flap in the wind or whatever.
Want to watch him shit himself.
I'd rather, if you're gonna make it move, make it move more realistically, or don't make it move at all.
Bastard got the idea to flee the other way.
You mean...
I'm nitpicking.
But I reckon it was deeper than.
And then like stuff like this, where like he's got this little thing that's clipping through his, and this is, I kind of give this a pass for this game because they use a layered clothing system, so you can have these multiple layers, and sometimes you're gonna see stuff like this, and it is what it is. Thanks, Crony. But it's not the end of the world, but it's just kind of like one of those things where it'd be nice if they could clean up and polish something, like clipping stuff like this. Be kind of cool.
Door. And he never came out.
Henry looks awesome though. Like, look at him. He looks great. Just everything about him, like you can see the sun's coming from this direction, and just the way the shadows and the lines on his face. Oh, also the unfinished game isn't perfect. Exactly. I don't expect they'll fix the clipping and stuff like that. That's just it's an unexpected, because you can do whatever combination you want, and they can't account for everything. It is what it is with that, and usually it's not too bad. Usually they do a decent job. Now, I will say that there's one thing I really like about I like this in Kingdom Come 1, and I still like it here, is that you can tell like this is like a specific type of clothing here. Suede was what I was going for, but that sounds wrong. Like it just looks, it doesn't look matte. It actually looks like there's texture to it. That's the word I was looking for. And then this little engraving on it, or this design on it, looks really cool. There's like little type of things like that really kind of pulls you into the vibe. The other thing I was going to say is in Kingdom Come 1, they didn't do full facial motion capture, which I just found out about. It's kind of obvious, but in some of the scenes, it looks like they did use it. For Kingdom Come 2, they use full facial motion capture for everything. And I think it shows. I think it definitely shows.
I'm gonna pull Raniak out.
Well, if you say so, but I wouldn't go in there for a golden pig.
And when I find him?
Just pull him out and search him. That bow of his should fetch a decent price. Jump in then.
I have a question for someone who understands medieval times. So they're trying to say that this right here, this is a bunch of human excrement. That is what they're alluding to. They showed all those pigs in the background. I thought, oh, this is a bunch of pig shit. They actually said this is human excrement. And to me, I thought you had like an outhouse, you dug a hole, and then you shat in the outhouse down in the hole. Like, is this like a place where people go just like buckets, like chuck their shit? Is that how they did it back in the day? Like, I was very confused when I saw this the first time, because I thought it was just like where pigs would roll around in mud and shit, But they said this is human excrement.
Adventurer isn't
yeah, that's true. Okay.
Epic battles.
I like how there's a bunch of flies. You can see all these flies.
And forging your own destiny. Sometimes it's about fumbling for corpses in a pile of shit.
Something's moving over there.
Behind the Baloney
Something's moving
at 7 a.m.
Oh, good. That must be him.
Here we go.
Oh, finally.
Poor Henry.
This is
Pull Randick out of the suit. So don't do it in the streets, and even then the outhouse holes get full eventually. Yeah, that's fair. Ugh, it looks so gross. Just a bunch of shit. Ugh.
Don't be afraid. Feel around. Hey, where are you going?
I feel like this guy should be covered in shit more. Like he should be browner.
Come on, do it.
Because he was supposedly inside the shit. This is our first look at the menus in the game. I'm really loving the menus this year. There's a menu after this that I'll pause on, and it's very beautiful how they did this. But you can tell here that they try to organize things better, so they have things separated. It looks like just a little bit clearer. I like the old ones just fine, but weapons, armor, food, books, materials, quest, other. Looks like all the same old type of shit. But they have on the left, you can see the body you're looking at, and then at the top, the player, so you can swap back and forth quickly. So it looks like it's the same functionality. They just designed it out a little bit differently, but definitely with the coloring here, with the red and the blues and the yellows, they didn't have that before in the previous menus. So it's kind of freshened up a little bit.
Now, bring us the bow.
The Devil's Pack is the name of the mission.
Not another step. God, what a stench. So, did you find the bow?
Well, I have it, but I won't give it to you. With what I had to go through to find it, it's more of a consolation prize.
Got a badass
Did
new
you
pterodactyl
go
today. It's all
mad
mushrooms.
from
Hell yeah,
wading
dude.
through shit? Give it to me.
Oh,
Come
you
and
love
get
your
it.
mushrooms.
Fellas, hold your noses and
And this is
beat
awesome
him
right
up.
here. This is a cool sequence.
KCD2 aims to bring a unique blend of realism and fun into every part of the game, combat included. Our fighting system is built on true medieval martial arts and wrestling techniques. Fluid, thrilling, and tactical. As in real combat, movement is the key. as is equipping a good set of armor. Otherwise, you might find yourself in a pickle.
Look how this guy goes down here. Boom, look how he falls down. Boom. Oh. That's new to the game. So a couple things here that I really liked. The first thing is that they've added in, and I'll go back a little bit here. So when the combat started here, you'll see that he comes in, he does an overhand strike. You see that? Also, that blood looks fucking cool. I don't know why this, to me, the quality of this looks crap. I feel like something's wrong here. But it's probably too late for me to correct it, so we'll just carry on. This is supposed to be 4K. It doesn't look 4K, so something's fucked up, but whatever. But he does a, right here, you'll see, so they wrestle, so they have more wrestling going on in the game. But I think he does an open palm face strike. Let's see if he does here. This looks pretty cool, though. So they kind of wrestle a little bit, and then he comes in. Oh, back to the wrestling again. Look at his face. He's like, "Arr!" I love it. Look at that. Look at that right there. Look at that. See? Open palm. Boom. To the side of the head. That is awesome. Knocks his head back. Very cool. Then then open palm up into the nose. Look at that. Bam. Bam. And that's what you look at his shirt. You can see that his shirt, which looks like it's maybe a gambeson or just like maybe it's a dress shirt. It's hard to tell. But there's only a little bit of blood on the right shoulder. He comes up with that up strike. Bam! Look at all that blood that now is on his shirt. That thing got him good.
Be part of the game.
That was awesome.
Included. Our fighting.
This is cool. This guy does like this backhand. Look at this freaking swing he does. Backhand whack. Backhand. Ooh, backhand punch. I thought it was a back slap. I think he does a closed fist there. Bam. That was pretty
built
cool.
on true medieval
I don't think that was in
KCD
KCD 1.
techniques. Fluid, thrilling, and tactical. As in real combat, movement is the key.
There's lots of things I like. I'm trying to remember if I saw this in KCD 1, but I definitely like this in that I've seen so far KCD 2. So he comes down, hits him on his arm area. You can see he kind of like grabs at the arm there. It's kind of like
movement is the key. As is equipping a good set of armor. Otherwise,
he's gonna go down here. I love this when he goes down. Just bam. This is a pretty good. This is a pretty good place. This is a good counter here. So he comes up, blocks that bank, and comes overhand. Gets him good. And I love how he goes down. Just the boom. I'm trying to watch this. So this thing right here, with this guy, he swings. Does he counter it? Let's listen. It doesn't make a counter noise. It actually makes a blood noise. I'm trying to figure where this blood's coming from. Does it hit him on his arm, maybe? Is that blood right there? What is that coming from? His left arm, maybe? And this guy just closes his eyes. And then, boom, right in the neck. It's almost like he was already dead. Or maybe he was mid-blink. It's hard to tell. When I saw this live, it kind of confused me. Because, like, watch his eyes. You'll see what I'm talking about. He's fighting this dude. Look, eyes are shut. They're shut this whole time. Kind of curious. Maybe it's a bug. Maybe, like, they know a death... Like, the game, he's triggered the death kill. So then his character goes into his death model. Where the eyes would be shut, maybe. I don't know. Just theorizing right now. But that's freaking brutal. That's pretty brutal for a KCD game. And I love this. Look at the facial animations on this guy. He's just like, I love that. There's a lot of emotion there. Combat looks really fun. Really, really fun.
We should leave before someone notices the new corpses and starts investigating.
What the? Did I step in shit? Oh, it's just you.
And this is
didn't have the time.
This is awesome. This is awesome. So this is new to the game. So this is what I would call the Red Dead 2 system in the game. So what happens here is that she says,
What the? Did I step in shit?
Look on the right side of the screen there. Did I step in shit? You have the option to explain or to retort. So, and I'll get to this later because there's a reason why I'm calling this part out now. Is that so? She made a comment to you. She initiated the comment to you, and you have the option to respond to her, explain or retort.
Oh,
He explains.
just you.
I didn't have the time to wash up. But
It's just-
I'll do that right away.
As
It's
proven by
dynamic.
this
It makes you
lovely
really feel
lady,
like you're in the world. Like
the
that is a
world
really
reacts to your
cool addition to
behaviour,
the game, I think.
looks, and even smell.
Murder! I found a body!
Time to vanish.
Gotta get up.
In
Somebody
order
found
to
the body.
properly wash away our morning adventure, let's visit the best bathhouse around, which is located nowhere else than in the great city of Kuttenberg.
Gutenberg. Beautiful.
The crown jewel of the Holy Roman Empire, the central bank of the kings, a place where people of all sorts come to pursue the Bohemian dream and seek their fortune. A city filled with people to befriend or betray, and all sorts of adventures and quests for you to uncover.
It's great music always, and in case you want to know, this game continues on. Just love it. And I've commented on this shit before on previous streams, so I know I'm repeating myself. But just look at this screen right here just for a second. You'll see in the middle of the street, this is where when it rains, water flows. You'll see by the horses, they're drinking water. Look at all the horse shit behind the horses. And then you'll see this channel system they have, which I'm guessing is coming from maybe overflow from when they drank, or maybe when they pour stuff in there. Maybe when it gets old, they pour it out. I don't fucking know. All I know is that those sticks there that you see like laid down to these boards, it's meant to channel the water. And as you can see, there's the water, and it's going down this middle little, I don't know what you would call this. It's not a, I don't know what you would call that. It's not a sewer system, but it's just like a pathway, right? What's up, Tommy boy? Have a good night. Thanks for stopping in. Thank you for the lurk. Sorry, Chrono, I missed your comment there. You said that so the decks that you have has the common names and the scientific names on it. I like that when they give a lot of details like that in anything really, because get to learn a little bit. I wonder if you step on a horse, some horse shit. Look at it. It's not, so here's what we were talking about earlier. So before, the lady, she initiated a comment to you, and you were able to explain or retort when she initiated. Now here, you have the option to initiate to this guard here. You can greet him, or you can jeer him, and he goes to greet.
God be with you.
God be with you. There you go. That's more Red Dead 2 implementation in the game. I personally love the hell out of it. I'm glad they added that in the game. I feel like it adds a hell of a lot to the game. Like, it just makes the world seem more real and immersive. So this is our bathhouse. Ooh, I forgot to look to see if there's something on this sign. This is stuff I haven't looked at before. I think there's a sign above the door. There's the sign. So it does look like it's a bath or like a tub that maybe one or maybe two people are sitting in. That's pretty cool. I like this new animation. I feel like I played so much of KCD1, you'd think I would remember, but I just feel like in KCD1, every time you came to a door, you grabbed the handle or by the handle, and that's how you open the door. And here, he goes up top, palm open, and kind of shoves it open. I feel like that's new.
What can I do for you? You stinker.
You stinker. He does look dirty.
I need my wounds treated.
His clothes
my
look dirty.
washed.
Yep.
And then I'll have a hot bath.
Hey, how you doing?
But it'll cost you.
You know, I don't even know if I say I don't know how to say your name. Is it Leon? Would you go by that? Julian? Let me know if I'm butchering it. I'm sure I am. Hope you're doing well. I don't know if you ever played KCD1. This is a gameplay trailer for KCD2 that came out a couple days ago. So I've seen it twice. This is my third time seeing it. And now I'm just trying to, break it down, do some frame by frames, and see if there's anything interesting that I didn't see the first time around.
I'll gladly pay you.
You certainly won't regret it. My baths are first class.
Sure they are.
No.
This is pretty cool. So this is a little bit different than in KCD1. You can see that you have like this sort of
Now that we're all
area in the middle of the room where they can empty out the water. They have all the individual areas. Looks like there's a dude right here. You can see there's the back of him, and she's washing his body or his hair. So it definitely, it looks more. This kind of reminds me of Witcher, to be honest. But this is a little bit different than the bathhouses in KCD1. Don't let him lie. He's nitpicking it.
scrubbed up. Let's
Definitely-
take a stroll
definitely
around the
nitpicking.
city.
But, Crony, in my defense, I'm also giving a lot of compliments. Like right here, the lighting here looks really freaking sweet. The reflections on this little, I don't know what you call this. What would you call this? Like a little drainway for, because it looks like they could just like dump out the water right there, or maybe there's a way like a plug that you can pull out and then it kind of drains out there. The second one, Julian. Let me know if I butchered that. I also like how there's like this wetness here as you would like leave, because obviously you'd get out, you know, you got to dry off, but you're going to have some wetness inside the rooms. These are details that were not in the first game. So definitely just little tiny things, but it definitely makes the world
KCD2
feel great.
doesn't wait for you to come and trigger the lives of its citizens. All inhabitants have their own day routines. Merchants, wenchers, soldiers, or executioners. They all wake up, go about their workday, and once that's finished, they go home to their families or to the tavern to their beers.
That's just like the first
Are
game.
you whistling at me?
That's the new thing too. So in the first game, you could whistle to get your horse, which is what he's doing right now. But now, this lady hears you whistle and she reacts to you. Also, I was gonna say this health bar is much more bulbous than in the first game. I know other people have commented on it. It looks like it's showing. Oh, I brought my mouse on the screen, which was a mistake. But it's showing the weapon that you have equipped. The far right bar, it looks like you can equip a potion, maybe. So maybe that's your a quick potion that's available. The yellow bar is probably your stamina, and I'm not sure what that top left, that bar is to the left of the red there, but it is a little big, and people have commented on it. It's bigger than KCD1, so for the record though, if you play the game in hardcore mode, which is how I played KCD1, you can't see any bars. Your UI is pretty clean. Oh, I'm sorry. So this is trailer for KCD2, which is Kingdom Come Deliverance. I played the first game. It took me a long time to beat it because I played it on on hardcore mode where you can't like fast travel. It took a long time, but it is a medieval game. It's based. The first game was based in 1403 Bohemia, and you play as Henry, whose son is a blacksmith. So you're a nobody in the game. You don't know how to read. You don't know how to fight. You're a very simple person. So the game, you learn how to read. You don't have to. If you don't, it makes the game harder. But you learn how to read. You have to learn how to fight, and your story becomes bigger than when it started. One of those deals. But it's a very dynamic quest system where there's all these different ways you can complete a quest. Like maybe you'll mess up one way you could do it, but there's like 2 other ways you can figure it out. It's usually like dynamic. It's not a lot of hand holding, so it's pretty good in that regard. But they try to be like very historically accurate, like in fighting styles, the way people dress, the music. So that's kind of like the appeal. So if you're into that type of stuff, like kind of more historically accurate medieval stuff with very good storylines, just great quest writing. I would say that's the biggest for me from KCD1. What I enjoyed the most was how good the quests were. But it's a open world, RPG. So if that's not your thing, then obviously it's not going to appeal to you. But I think for some people, this is like, maybe it's not your kind of game, but maybe this is the kind of game to pull you into that genre because it's a little bit different. It's a little bit unique.
Or to the tavern to their beers.
Are you whistling at me?
There's the whistle.
I'm not interested.
Well,
KCD2
shut you
aims
down
to
pretty
bring
quick
you a
there.
uniquely
That's pretty
reactive
funny.
and believable world. Whatever you do as Henry, it will have consequences, and you will feel them. Have you haggled too long with the greengrocer about the price of his cabbage? Well, now he's pissed off, and you can forget about any sale. Thrown your favourite hat in front of a beggar kneeling by the church? Come back a minute later, and you'll see him wearing it proudly.
I love those type of details too.
Or killed the local innkeeper's husband? She'll be crying in front of her house the next time you go there, making you feel really miserable.
Looks like Age of Empires in first
we'll play
person.
as a good-hearted
That's
lad.
cool.
Apart from the ending, though, spoiler alert. But the game allows you to push Henry towards any behaviour, even the most vile. Here's a quick example of what you'll be able to do to stir some mayhem in the city.
That's new to the game. Let's go back. Let's go back for 1 second. So this hand cannon that you see in the game here.
A minute later, and you'll see him wearing it proudly. Or killing Keeper's husband.
Oops, too far forward.
To stir some mayhem in the city.
So this is obviously your thief. You come up here. That's the scene right here is supposed to say. You're doing stealth. You're sneaking up. Also, interesting, a ring on the outside of the glove. If I recall correctly, in Kingdom Come 1, you could wear 2 rings, I believe, but you never visibly saw them on your character. So that must be new to the game. Hey, what's up, Reese? How you doing, my man? Yeah, dude, super excited for KCD 2. Do a little shout out here. How'd the rest of your stream go today?
I'm one hit.
Oh, you got some Wukong here.
Come on. He's one hit. Let's go.
Let's go, baby.
Freaking go, baby.
Wukong looks good.
Let's go.
Wukong looks good.
Let's go.
You know me, I love those
my
little
God.
details in that game. Oh, shit.
Oh my God, dude.
That was cool.
Holy. Oh my God.
It has a...
Woo!
Shit.
Yeah, this game is good, dude. Wandering Woman, this game is good. Yeah.
That was a good clip. I think with me with Black Myth, what I'm really liking about the game is it feels like a nice cinematic experience with all these like details, like how the vegetation reacts to you. You have the deformation in the snow and the sand and the mud. Like a lot of that stuff in the other Souls games or Souls-esque games, at least out there, you don't see a lot of that. And there's a reason why, because it's costly, right? But it's definitely, I think it adds a lot where it makes you feel grounded in the world. So every little thing you do just feels a little bit more impactful, more visceral, more immersive, you know? So that's kind of where I like that game. Why a ring above in the glove? I mean, maybe putting a ring over the glove is stupid, which I would probably argue that doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I don't know why he's doing that. Maybe that's a bug, because it is possibly a bug, because this is very early. The point I was making though is that in KCD 1, when you wore rings, you never saw them on your character. So the fact I can see them here is interesting, but you do make a good call out. Why the hell over the glove? That is a little weird. I'm trying to think if that's even possible. I feel like a ring would be sized to fit your finger, and those looks like some thick leather gloves. So, but this portion of the clip is supposed to show off the fact the game's got stealth, just like the first game. I think this game, the stealth has been amplified, which we'll talk about later. But it's obviously something devious you could do when you steal from other people. Let's get back at it. This is what I came back for in the first place. So I really like the addition because this game takes place after 1403. We talked about this before when the first guns came around. I can't remember what year it was, but this particular gun, this is like a one and done. This is not like you have multiple, you don't have like a magazine, you know, like you can fill this once, and when you light it, you can't it's not like you pull a trigger to set it off. I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that the way this was described before is that once you light it, there's X amount of time before it goes off. So you kind of have to like plan it out, you know, and you don't get to see the full thing here, but the first video, I think it shows you light it and it's like, you know, it's burning down that wick or whatnot, for X amount of time. I don't know if it's 5 seconds, 10 seconds, whatever. But and then once you fire it, you gotta pull out your sword. Like you can't just reload it. Like, wait a second, guys, I gotta reload this thing, you know. But this looks cool. You can see the lighting through this smoke already looks awesome. And then obviously the boom, that just looks freaking. Look at that. The way this illuminates the room. That's just crazy. Just the sound of it. Oh my God. I'm telling you, like, I don't think they use ray tracing. Whatever, they use some sort of their own in-house. This is I think they're still on CryEngine, to be honest, and it's like it's a very customized version of CryEngine. If someone knows better. Oh wow, look at this. You can see as he backs up, look at the smoke is still like puffing out of the, see how it's coming out of the, there's little sparks coming off here too, because it's like it's burning down. That looks really cool as he's backing up. You can see like the smoke trail that he's leaving, and these guys got to be like, oh shit, this is like the this is like the medieval equivalent. Like imagine if someone's trying to break in your house, you got a pump shotgun, and you pump that and they shit their pants. This is the medieval equivalent of shitting your pants, where you see the smoke and those sparks and you just know you're fucked. I'd be hitting the floor. But that just looks fucking awesome. Crazy recoil too. Look at this recoil. Holy shit. I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. Because he like shoots right here. There's the shot, right? And then it raises and then more shit comes out of there. Like what the fuck's going on there? Looks like we're having like 2 explosions here. Let's listen to it. See if we're missing something. I don't know. Maybe it's some sort of effect. Maybe someone knows guns better than me can explain. And this is, I think this is him drunk. You're stumbling around drunk. That's what this is. I don't know what this is. What is this supposed to imply? This is a lady of the night you could potentially talk to here. She's definitely giving you the side eye here. Like, don't you look at me. Don't you talk to me. There's a beggar. Just like, I hope in KCD2 you can give money to the beggars. I'd walk up to them and I'd drop coins and they wouldn't go grab them. This game says that if you drop your favorite hat and you walk around the corner and come back, the beggar might put your hat on, which is an awesome detail. I really hope you can give them money. Even though like maybe they don't deserve it, maybe they're faking it, maybe they're just going to use it to gamble or drink. I don't give a shit. I want to be able to make my decision if I want to give to the poor. Obviously, you've done some devious, some bad things, so you can get in trouble for. Oh, this is funny.
Hey, did you forget your clothes somewhere?
Oh, at your mother's place when I was shagging her.
That's the jeer right there. Ooh, this is more of this that I've noticed. This was not in KCD2. Oh no, this is a kick. Well, this is a new kind of kick too. For a second, I said ooh because I thought he did a palm strike, but obviously that was just the follow through of the kick. But we saw that earlier where you can do an open palm, uphand strike to the nose and to the face. And this kick looks a little bit different than one. You could kick in KCD1, but kicking in KCD1 was more like, give me some distance, give me some distance. This looks more like an attack. Ooh. Let's look at the details here. And I don't know why. This is supposed to be a 4K video. I think it looks like shit. So I think I did something wrong on my end. Hopefully it looks okay on your end. I don't think it does. I'm going to figure this out afterwards. But you can see like just the hit in the face. This dude's face. Look how fucked up he looks right there. Ooh, the shield to the face. It could just be the video. Maybe the video is just rendered weird.
That was just a little appetizer. And now I'm hungry again. So I reckon it's time for another course. What do you say?
And now, back to our good lad Henry.
Looks beautiful.
Please,
I've noticed this before too here. Do you see this? At the top of the screen, look at that. See that little, it looks like it's a rabbit walking with a cane. Do you see that? What the fuck is that?
Huh?
I don't understand. I saw this a couple times before. Look at that. It looks like it's a little rabbit. He's walking. Like, what? What is that? The only thing I can think of is that, because in the game, there's different perks that you can unlock. And maybe when the perks are being triggered, it displays them up there.
Please,
Maybe?
good man. I need some help.
A prime example of a random encounter.
What is it you need?
Oh, that's
I
cool.
lost some.
So we've seen before, we're looking at the right side of the screen here. So we've seen before where if someone initiates a comment to you, you can explain yourself or you can retort. Or there's, oh,
Put it
we
in
got
the
another shout
game
out.
talk section of the
This is-
Discord. I
your auto
appreciate
shout
that
out was
very
delayed
much.
earlier. So here's the, what are
You
you
can use a
even doing
campfire
there?
if you want.
You playing
If I
Minecraft?
use a campfire, guys, will it burn my house down?
What the hell are you wearing?
Will a campfire burn my house down or not?
I don't know what you're wearing.
Because we can start out with a campfire.
So you can, when people initiate comments to you in KC2, you can explain yourself or you can retort. You can initiate comments with people where you can greet them or jeer them. And here, a guy can come up to you and say something to you, and then you can see on the right side of the screen you have the option to agree or refuse. This is all new stuff to KCD2 in terms of how you dynamically can interact with NPCs.
Of a random encounter.
What is it you need?
Very cool. Very excited about this system. This Red Dead 2-esque system.
My leather satchel. I put it down here for a moment and now it's gone?
Where did you put it?
Somewhere around here. I made sure it wouldn't be in plain sight. At least I think I did.
A moment's distraction is all it takes. Someone must have filched it from you.
If I don't find it, I'm done for.
Now hold on, wait. What are you doing? Give it back right now.
So apparently he took some money from you or something.
Bugger! 50 groschen? That's worth at least a hug down the bathhouse.
Stop! Enough! Had enough? Now hand it back. Everything you stole from me.
Here.
I'm curious if people
That's
can
all of
just
it.
walk
Can
up
I
to
go
you
now?
and take
Piss
your
off.
money, or if it's like that where you could have someone asking for help and giving you a sob story, then
You're acting like a child. Go and whistle
then
somewhere
they're just a
else.
thief or whatever, you know?
With our groschen back in our pocket, let's go to see a merchant to stock up on food, sell Raniak's bow, and head to the whereabouts of the second man on our list.
Be kind of cool if people can, like you have to watch your back and be cognizant of who's around you at all times. Lighting looks beautiful here. Ooh, he's gonna pop into his menu here, and we'll see the new menus again right here in a second. Look at this. This is new. I think this is beautiful. I just absolutely love this. So one thing I like about this is that it's almost as if there's a light at the top of the screen here, because look how things are illuminated much more brightly at the top of the screen, but as you go down, look how it looks a little bit darker down here. You see that transition? It's very subtle, but I feel like it's just a nice little touch. You can almost see like the God rays coming from here. Speaking of God rays, I wonder if this game has a hey, what's that system called in Mass Effect? You have you could be a good guy or a bad guy. It's been in other games too. It was also in Red Dead 2. I can't remember what they call them. Like I think Mass Effect was like, what was it, like Paragon or something else? I can't remember now. It's been too long. I'm kind of curious though, this game, since you have this new system in place, if they kind of keep track of that, and you can get like maybe different endings, because the game does keep track of like your reputation with different people, whether it's civilians, whether it's with the army, with this, they break it down different things based on the town that you're in, but they do a lot of that shit in KCD1. And I'm kind of curious if they just amplify that more. But you can see here, this is the...
Penman, stop. 80s music
80s
stream
music
break.
What do we got here? I don't think you like U2, do you? I always found this music video hilarious. I can't remember if I put in the clip, but there's a part in it where it looks like he's shagging his guitar. But they always had like this weird like slow motion stuff in their videos. Like that's not lagging. That's what the video is this like weird slow motion thing. You don't like the cranberry. I know you don't like the cranberries. Do you like U2? I like U2. I mean, U2's they probably got like 10 or 20 like really good songs. This video's pretty funny though. It's kind of creepy. It's got some like Hannibal Lecter vibes. With or without. And the stare down. He kind of looks like you, Crony, if you shave your beard. So if all of this upgrade, who are we gonna kill? I hope it's a monster. Which upgrade are you talking about? So this is kind of cool here. They did this a little bit differently. Because before, I feel like all these things took up more space, but this is their layered clothing system. You can see like you have, this would be like your undershirt. This would be like your chainmail, your gambeson that you put over. You have your pants here. This is probably your leg armor, and this would be your shoes. But since you're wearing chouses right here, all of us in this screen. Hey, what's up, Rando? How you doing? I think it looks great. I think it looks freaking awesome. I'm pretty happy with it. But this is like my third time kind of like watching this video, Rando. I don't know how many times you've watched it. So I'm trying to do like an actual like frame by frame here and there, just kind of keep an eye on things. But since this guy's wearing these like armored chouses, you don't have shoes here. This is your torch. This looks like this is your spurs, so he doesn't have any spurs on. I don't know what this is. Do you have like a waist satchel for like quick access? I think that's a new thing this year. And maybe these are what you put inside of it, or these potions right here that you can cycle through. I think that's what that is. Ooh. I think that's what this is. Look at this. You have 1 dot, 2 dots, 3 dots. I don't know what that means, but I'm just calling it out what I see. Maybe the 1, the 2, and the 3 spot. And then this one's like locked. You haven't unlocked the 4th potion. Because I'll show you what I mean in a second. Because it shows like on your health bar, it looks like you have a quick select potion that's available, which is new to the game. Ooh, I wonder why. I have an idea. In KCD 1, maybe it was just on, oh, we gotta ban this person here. Maybe it was just on hardcore mode, but you could not take potions in the middle of combat in KCD 1. I'm wondering if that was normal mode 2, and they're gonna, but in this game, they'll allow you up to 4 potions inside your little waist satchel that you can use during combat. Because that made combat hard. Like if you started to die, and you couldn't take a potion. I'm just thinking out loud right now, but I'm wondering if that's what this is. On the left here is kind of interesting. You have, I'm trying to figure out what all this stuff is. It looks like they have a belt slot now. Is that what that is? This is interesting. You have some ring slots here. You have like a hat or a hood slot. This is probably a coif right here. Just trying to figure out some of these things, but this right here, maybe this is the arrows that you're using if you have a bow. I don't know. I don't fucking know. But yeah, there's so many different items. Oh, Jesus Christ. Look at your screen, buddy. Knight's belt. So we have belts now. I'm trying to think. KCD 1 did not have belts. Yeah, there weren't belts in KCD 1. So now we have belts and you have a pouch. So we were correct on the pouch. I'm pretty stupid. I didn't look over there earlier. I was just looking at the picture. So so I was right. It is a pouch. And this, and obviously bacon and stuff. Let's just go forward here. But yeah, I'll show you what I'm talking about though. If it shows the bottom of the screen here in a second.
Fresh bacon is good, but then again, it won't last too long in your inventory.
Fresh bacon is good.
For longer journeys, dried food is always better as it doesn't spoil. And you
dry
don't risk getting
foods
sick
were
from
decorated
rotten
hunting
bacon.
Let's stop this. We got a leaf mace, battle longsword, common bolt. Oh, it's a bolt. That's what that was. Okay, so that's for the crossbow. Okay, that's cool. Embroidered hood. We got Rannick's bow. That's what you're selling right now is his bow. Okay. Pretty cool.
Vielen Dank. Du wirst sicher
So if you look at the bottom of the screen,
Bis bald.
I can't pause it to show you
Now
because this
that we're
thing will
geared
get
up
in the way.
with
Unless
some
I can
food
move
for our
this.
hungry Henry,
I can't move that.
let's proceed with our quest.
On the bottom of the screen next to the health, which you'll see here in a second, you'll see on the right side there's a potion bottle. I think that's a quick select for the potion. I haven't played Darker, but I have watched it. Kronos, you've played Dark and Darker, right? I know Kronos also, he's played Dungeonborn, which is kind of similar to Dark and Darker. This, by the way, is beautiful. This is beautiful right here.
The world in KCD 2 is filled with places to discover. Let's have a look at this old ruin. There might be something valuable.
This is new. This is new to KCD2 right here. This interaction here. So, you watch this here. This is a bandit.
Turn that horse around and get out of here right now!
Dude, there's that bunny again. What does this bunny mean? Do you see this? Big bunny ears. It looks like there's a sword on his waist. And he's pointing his hand. It's red now. And he's pointing his hand like, get the fuck out of here. Also, this is what's really cool. So KCD1, if you encountered a bandit, he would immediately go fight you. Notice here, the bandit will warn you, which is probably more realistic, right? And on the right side of the screen, more dynamic options. You can apologize or you can fight him. I'm just loving this new system that they have here.
Right, I'm going. Come on.
So he apologizes.
I told you to get out of here!
We should listen to Mr. Marlborough and not provoke him. But given his menacing tone, he must be guarding something valuable. That's a promise we can't leave behind like that.
That's pretty.
Let's change our outfit to something more quiet and drop the chainmail for a bit, so we don't rattle across the whole camp.
What did he do there? Wait a second. I was wondering this when I first watched this. So you can see right here how he has the chainmail on. This is really cool how he's resting his hand on his sword right here. What did he press to switch this? I'm going line by line because you can see right here. See how it swaps this out? It's like, you know what? They probably have it to where you can hotkey to a stealth mode, because before you'd have to do it one by one. Before you'd have to one by one, you'd have to take off stuff, add stuff on. It looks like now you can save the shit you want. Also, look at this left side of the screen here. It looks like the way the screen moves, it's not like the screen changes, like it scrolls left to right. Do you see this? It's almost like the left side of the screen right here is probably your journal, right? Because that's right, because we're on the inventory right now. So this looks pretty cool. What's up, Saber? Henry Penis, a real breakdown win. Is that rabbit how you're currently regarded? Like leave now means you're trespassing? I mean, I'm assuming, but why is it a rabbit? I'm very confused about the rabbit. I like the traffic cone equipment. What's the traffic cone equipment? Oh, this right here? You know what? I bet you anything. This is an Easter egg. So when KCD won, I was a Kickstarter backer. And when it first came out, early access, there's parts of the map you couldn't access, and they blocked it off with traffic cones. It probably is a placeholder, but it also could be an Easter egg as a joke for long-time backers of the game, that they used to use the traffic cones during the early access to block you off. So that's pretty funny. But oh yeah. So what's happening here is it looks like you can see he's got the chainmail on, and it looks like you can switch to a preset. Oh, here it is. I'm such a moron. Look right here. So we're right here. It looks like he has, I don't know. This looks like, this is green. That's all I know. I don't know what yellow means, but green is one build. You can see right here, there's the green build, and then you switch to your red build, and this is his stealth build. There was also yellow on there, but that's pretty cool. Okay, so they got quick switch. That is a nice quality of life thing they added to the game. I'm pretty happy about that. The cone thing might be a joke, but it could be a placer. It looks like you have a fighting one, and a quiet one, and a resting one. Ooh, resting one's a good idea. There are situations, maybe like you're just going through town and you want to look nice and like your noble gear, so people like high charisma, but you're not trying to fight anyone. It could be that too, or it could, yeah. There's a lot of ideas there, but yeah, it's definitely I like that. This is cool here. See this? You can throw a rock now. I love that shit. That is new to the game. Wait a second. Did he press something? I wasn't paying attention. How did he get the rock? And maybe it's just a single button press, like it's been in other games. I'm looking at the bottom of the screen to see if he picked up a rock. Or, yeah, I don't see anything on the bottom of the screen. Like what I see on the screen right now. Oh fuck! I moved my mouse now. I can't see the fucking shit. But yeah, there's a rock. So the bottom left looks like a crossbow, and you have 24 bolts. The bottom right looks like you took a stealth potion, and that's the stealth potion wearing down. And then obviously we talked about the pouch. That's the quick access thing. That's what I believe that is. Yellow, green, purple, red stats. I think it's a cooldown. Oh yeah, that. So it looks like throwing a rock. Maybe it's I'm trying to think of what other game that was, but you could just like throw a rock whenever you wanted. Sometimes I like it where you have to find a rock, but you know, usually if you're outside, rocks are everywhere, and you only need a little tiny thing. So maybe you don't have to like find one, but it'd be kind of weird if you were inside like a building, you know, and all of a sudden you can just like throw a rock. If it's something where it's like contextual when you're outside, then I'm cool with that. But that's cool. He threw the rock to get the guy to move. Now he's sneaking around here. And I don't know if you could tell there, but this is just like KCD1. The grass moves when you walk through it. This is a feature that most people don't care about, but Pigman does. You can really notice it here. As he pushes forward, you'll notice the grass move. See how it moves out of the way there? He pushes it out of the way as he walks through it. I think KCD1, the way they did it was tall grass, most bushes and tall shrubbery you could move. Short grass you could not. And branches you could not. So like these branches here off to the left, which in real life you'd probably bend them back or bend them out of the way. I don't think you can do that in KCD 2 or 1 for that matter, right? I do love my moving grass. I feel like in Far Cry, maybe it was a Far Cry that I'm thinking of. That does sound familiar, but I do like that concept. Penguin loves moving grass, mud, and animals that poop. Nice. Now, also, we saw on the screen there, this bandit here, you see he has 3 options when he snuck up on him. And he's got bandit, he's got a stealth kill, and a knockout. I thought there was going to be a 3rd option here, because in one of the first trailers we saw of this game, you were able to grab a guy, and you were able to walk backward with them, and then make a decision if you wanted to stealth kill or knock them out. So basically you could grab them, then make a decision. Right here, it looks like you can only do one or the other. Like there's not the option just to grab the guy. I'm trying to remember on that trailer. I think you grabbed them, put your hand over their mouth, and then you decided to like kill them. But this just the 2 options. Maybe it's something you unlock later. It is possible it's something that you unlock later. That's pretty cool. I'm kind of wondering what this is here. This icon, you see when he grabs him? This is before he stabs him. So before the stab, you see this red icon? What the fuck is that? See that? I don't know what the fuck that is. I find that weird, this icon here. What does that mean? I don't know. It looks like it's an arrow almost, doesn't it? Like a red arrow pointing up. That's the melee combat icon. Okay. Those show up when you're fighting. Really? On everybody? I'll pay attention for that. Rando says the horses in Red Dead 2 poop like a... I know, there's some good pooping horses. Spare, kill, kiss. If you go to the fighting later, it's that and an upside down T. Can you still asphyxiate people? There was an option. Yeah, there was an option to knock them out. I was trying to see if there's another option because I remember, I don't know if you heard me, Rando, a second ago, but the previous trailer, it showed them grab the guy and you walked him backwards like into a hallway and then you stabbed him. So it could be a skill you unlock because obviously they like to hide, like that stealth skill, you have to unlock that in KCD1 at least. You can't just stealth kill at the beginning. This is cool here. So the first guy, he threw a rock to get his attention. Now he does like a little whistle. Notice how the horse isn't coming towards him. In KCD1, if you whistled, there was only one. You could use the whistle to get people to move, but it was always a horse whistle. You would always bring your horse. Now you can use a whistle from a stealth perspective. There's the arrow again. Yeah, so it's definitely a combat one. So this part of the trailer, you can tell that he intentionally misses. By the way, the lighting's so beautiful. Sorry, I was talking over that. I love the sound effects on this drawback. Just like listen to the sound. It sounds so good. Just like satisfying little noises when you pull the bow back and the bowstring back and then...
An alchemy lab. Of course.
Whistle to get his attention.
Oi, Pinkman.
Intentionally misses. for the video. Obviously. This is one of my well, there's no arrow here. There's your arrows like where you attack, but there's no like. Also, the bunnies again. There's the bunnies at the top of the screen fighting. Why are they using bunnies? Does anyone? I think he said Pinkman. Maybe he did say Pinkman. Maybe Luke Dale apparently watches everyone who makes KCD2 videos, and he sometimes shows their clips on his channel. So my goal, Luke Dale, if you're listening to me, my goal is to get on your channel. So if you could feel me out, I'm a big fan of you. If you watch one of my previous videos, I called out how a sexy son of a bitch you are. So that alone should get me on your channel. Okay, that's my spiel. I'm gonna leave it at that. But I really love this scene. I apologize the quality shit. I know I've said that like 20 times, but you can see the emotion on this dude's face as he's fighting here.
As you can notice, shields are very handy when you carry only a short weapon.
Good sound effect as you hit the shield. That dude's getting bloodied up.
But we cracked it right enough. Let's try.
So what I really love is this is new to the game, right? Coming up here.
Attack him right after.
It's coming up in a second.
There you
right
go,
there,
Henry.
You can break shields now.
The weapons and shields can fall apart during combat if they're damaged enough.
That's awesome.
So it always pays off to
game
take good care of
changer.
them.
That is a game changer right there.
I'm just getting started.
Look at this guy's face. He just looks so angry. I love it. I don't know if you guys are seeing this very well because this. Look at his look at the facial just look at his face right here. Like right there, there's like a little grimace. Like he just kind of froze his brow a little bit. Just I don't know. There's like little subtleties that it's gonna add a lot to the combat, I think. I don't know why these are all delayed. These shoutouts. Oh, she's making a funny face and then. See, it's the triangle and the upside down T. Triangle and the. Oh, I do see the triangle there. This is like I don't see this. This is the directional combat, right? So I wonder if that down left and down right that you see is because you're just stabbing down. That's because that's all you can do with a blade when you stealth kill someone, and maybe that's why they show that. But yeah, hardcore mode. I usually can't see these things, so I'm not used to seeing these things right here. Also, any more glazing? You should open a donut shop. To be fair, a lot of medieval art had hairs in it. Oh, okay. It's probably a hare, not a rabbit. Yeah, you're true on that. Hares are traditionally they're larger than a rabbit, correct? There's definitely more personality in the characters. Rando says, yeah, I agree with that. Look at the bottom right hand corner. You can see there's a lot of different effects going on right now. I'm trying to see if I can figure out if I can discern what they are, but.
Mercy.
Victory at last. Now, what should we do with
Make
it?
a deal, let go,
You're not
or
going
attack.
anywhere until I say so. Let me live.
I'm freeing you. The usual. Give me your weapon and leave. Why does it say the usual? I'm wondering what that means. I'm wondering if the usual is like a perk. I don't know. That seems weird to me. Give me everything you have in Scram. We're not done yet. We're still fighting. I also think they're ready to rock and roll the moment they're born, basically. Oh, in terms of
Give
ears,
me everything you have,
that's pretty cool.
and I'll let
her
you
ears
go.
and are bigger. Yeah.
All right, easy now.
That
Just
makes
let me
sense.
go and I'll give you everything. You promised to free me. Now keep your word.
If you rewind a few moments back, you can even see he gave Henry his red shoes.
Oh, I'm gonna do that, Luke. Luke, you tell me to rewind. I like how he's hobbling, and I like how he's got his arm draped over. So yeah, he took his shoes off. Oh, we're rewinding here. We're gonna find out if he's got shoes on. Henry looks beautiful right here, does he not? Looks majestic. All right. I didn't know if I had to rewind back this much. Here we go. So he's down on his knees. We can't see his shoes in this picture. I think he's gonna stand up here in a second. Luke, you told me to rewind, bud. Did you lie to me, Luke? Oh, there. You can kind of see the tip of a red shoe there.
Mercy.
Probably, if I rewinded more, you could probably see him
Now,
more back there.
what
but,
should we do with him?
baby hares are often left on their
Say
own
so.
for about 6 to 12
Let me
hours at a
live.
time. until their mother returns to feed and only drank milk from the
Give
mother
me
for a very
everything
short
you
period,
have,
starting to forage
and I'll let
independently
you
around
go.
the 1 month
All
mark
right,
of life.
easy now.
Yeah,
Just
those
let me
little
go and
homies
I'll
are
give you
fucking
everything.
independent. Yeah.
You promised to free me.
6 to
Now
12
keep
hours.
Your word.
If you rewind a few moments back, you can even
Also,
see
I was talking earlier about the grass physics. Watch as he walks through here, so you can see that see how some of the stuff reacts to him as he walks through. I know this doesn't matter to most of you, but this type of shit
back.
gives me a
You
boner.
can even see he gave Henry his red shoes.
That was beautiful.
But it could have been much worse for him.
Beautiful. And it kind of does this close up on him. Very cinematic. Fuck this. This game looks so good.
There must be something of great value here.
Immersion rating. Let me read that.
Oh.
Whoa, this is weird. Do you see this? So it unscrolls this thing. And so this is Save Your Schnapps. Does anyone speak Latin? It says Remedium, Save Gamium, Excelsius, Save Gamium. I don't know if that's going to say Save Your Schnapps in the future, and that's just a joke. But it looks like it gives you 100% health. What is that, 20 to strength? Save Gamium, yeah. It's only worth $40 here. To me, in KCD1, well, maybe it's because it was hardcore mode, but I remember that being like 100, 150. And weighs 0.2.
Oh, yes. Save Your Schnapps. A classic period potion through which you save the game.
So we got, looks like these are all the potions from KCD1. I don't see any new ones here. Cockerel, Nighthawk, Bane, Dollmaker, Lullaby. Those are all the same shit.
This was worth the
because
3 kills.
on inflation, deflation,
Unlike the
prices
bug.
might be different now. This is, to me, if we get a this looks beautiful to me. I like this type of shit a lot. Like this, I don't even know how to explain it. It feels like you're inside a room. The way everything's illuminating. I don't know. It just looks really nice. Maybe that's all I'm trying to say. Ooh.
Now, back.
This is new. This is my 3rd time watching this fucking trailer. This is new. You can actually see horse and buggies on the MFN roads now. If you guys recall, in KCD1, you were the only motherfucker on a horse. And the only time you saw other horses is when it was mission related. And granted, there could be lots of horses, but it was always mission related. You never saw random horses, let alone wagons, being pulled by horses in KCD1. And it was just something they cut from the game for whatever reason. It was probably, I don't know why. But it wasn't in the game. So this is
a recruiting campaign.
That's awesome. And it looks like those are guards. These could be like people going to the market or whatever, and they have guards following the wagons. You can see there's a bunch of shit in the back there. That was awesome. I need to pay more attention to that.
The second man on the list, called Ada,
that's the first time I've noticed other people on a horse.
Village, and the gossip says he was caught with the butcher's wife.
Ooh, this might tell us. So we can tell that that's a big ass pig right there. Those look like chickens, right? This looks like a hare. I don't know what the fuck this is. I was trying to see if I can notice a different animal. I think somebody told me it's kicked out. God damn. I think someone told me that there's, or I read somewhere that there's other animals in the game, like maybe like a fox and some other shit in the game. So I'm kind of excited to see that. Ooh, did you see that chicken right there? Holy shit. That's got to be, this is new. Look at this, look at that plume. Is this a hen? I don't know because these are like, are these roosters? Or is that a rooster and this is a hen? I don't know my chickens very well. It's fucking beautiful though. I want to know if this is normal. This dude just walks into this random person's house. She doesn't say jack shit, look. And then you initiate conversation.
I'm looking for someone.
Don't you... back in medieval times, was that normal just to walk in someone's house? Or do you think it would still be like it is nowadays? Like, what the fuck are you doing? Get out of my house. Like, am I wrong there? Or is that normal back then?
And the innkeeper said you might be able to help.
Is that so? Who is it?
A wandering man at arms. He's a foreigner, a Pole. They call him Adder.
Who are you anyway? Some friend of his?
Something like that. I just need to find him.
Then you better hurry up. My old man wants to murder him.
Why does he want to kill him?
Because he's a stubborn fool who won't let me explain. And believes gossip over his own wife.
They of course let random
Then
people in
calm
their house,
down
just as long
and
as they're
tell me
the
what happened.
protagonist.
Nothing happened. I mean, not that the Pole wasn't interested.
I like how you
He
can
was
tell
looking
she
at
has a
me
black
all
eye,
night at
or
the
she
inn,
got hit in
but
the
I
eye.
avoided
Hit by her
him.
mouth too, it looks like.
I'm sorry, but I couldn't help but notice. Is that bruise from the butcher?
He doesn't mean it. He just doesn't know what he's doing when he's angry.
That's sad. By the way, if you've never played, like Julian, if you're still hanging around, if you've never played KCD1 before, it's this type of stuff right here that's going on, these conversations. And when you like try to like, sometimes when you're doing quests, you got to use your noggin and you kind of have to like pay attention to things. Like you could, a dialogue selection could close you off to something else or make things way harder than they need to be. And you wouldn't really know that unless trial and error, or you're really trying to pay attention to what's going on in the story in the game. This is where the meat is in this game. Combat's fun. The game is beautiful. It's very medievally and historically beautiful and all that type of shit. But to me, what ropes you into this game is always the story and the dialogue options and such.
A potion for the pain. It should help you quickly.
Thank you.
I think that's new to the game. Wait a second. Sorry, I'm not trying to stop too much, but that's kind of the whole point of this stream right now. When he gave her the potion, what was the option to do that? I missed that because I was talking. I'll give you something for the pain. Okay, so he asked her if your husband hit her, and she says he does it when he's angry or whatever. He doesn't, whatever. So you have the option to give something for the pain. That's kind of cool.
Here you go.
Top right hand corner, reputation gained right there.
For the
Saber says, I love the morals of Henry in this thing. He's like, I disapprove of domestic abuse to such an extent that I'm going to make her a widow and have to live completely alone, potentially for the rest of her life, because she's a used woman. Henry should have probably bonked him real good, but killing him is, yeah.
Hey, should help you
little
quickly.
foreshadowing there, but yeah.
And where will I
For
find
those who
your
haven't seen the trailer, that is at least.
Adder and the rest?
Outside the village, in the direction of Kuttenberg. There's a lone tree in the middle of the field. You can see it from a distance.
I kind of like this part too, where she's like telling him what's going on and where it's at, and she kind of points in the general direction. I like this scene.
In the direction of Kuttenberg. There's a lone tree.
It's a very emphatic point though, wasn't it? She's like, let me ready my pointing hand. And then let me get the emphatic point in. See that? It's like we're gonna ready it and then point. Ready my point. Point.
Kuttenberg. There's a lone tree in the
I think it
middle
looks
of the
fine. I'm
field.
just being a dick.
You can see it from a distance. They said that's where they take him, so that no one can see them.
I better go and see your husband. The sooner it's over, the better.
Hurry up, please.
We should hurry up then.
Facial animations
A
are
violent
great.
mercenary and a jealous wife beater behind the village.
Imagine it's not even
can't
remotely
end up
close
well.
to the location. Yeah, she could have potentially been. Well, it looks like she was pointing in the right direction. Yeah, she was pointing in the right direction. That's cool. And then here we are back to the beginning of the trailer. A well-edited trailer by the Warhorse team.
Więcej razy paliłem kościoły niż byłem u spowiedzi. Wybacz swoje słowa.
And this guy's just talking lots of shit right now.
Wybacz I pozwól
He's basically
mi
saying like, fuck you
jeszcze
guys are
tylko
fucking
raz
nothing. Like,
wykastrować tych bezbożnych skurwysynów!
Shut up!
he's saying like you're a bunch of pussies. I think this is the butcher right here, and I think he actually antagonizes him and says something about how he was sleeping with his wife, although she claims it never happened. But maybe, of course, she would, right?
Twoja baba. I tak, do końca życia będzie pamiętać o mojej polskiej kiełbasie!
That's great.
I'll shut that gob of yours!
Ciebie i twoją matkę piekło pochłonie. Niech was piekło
Saber says game takes place in Czech Republic. Also game in English with British accents. Also game as Polish guy. Polish guy in question. Yeah, and it's all Polish. I mean, yeah, but if this game didn't have the English accent, then would it sell as well? I don't know. I think Henry he just sounds so lovely.
Wait! Stop!
Co to za kutas?
I think he says like, "Who the fuck is this?" He says something like that. Oh, it's funny. I agree with you.
Leave him alone and untie him.
Why would I do that?
Eyes look great.
Do you know what that bastard did?
The default for everyone is: are they European but not speaking English? Make them British. Yeah.
If you're talking about the rumors in the village, it's all lies. Nothing happened.
You don't know what you're talking about. That whoreson defiled my wife. My Eva, eh? He should be glad we're only gonna hang him. If I had my way, we'd castrate him as well.
It's just slander. Hitting women's your thing, is it? I'll break your arms. He belongs to the Lord of Sukdol. He belongs to the Lord of... What is that? Sukdol. I don't have anything. I don't have to explain anything to you. Interesting. It looks like... I don't know if they're going to show this to you day one, but in Kingdom Come 1, you'd have to unlock certain things with your speech ability in order to see the stats of the person you're talking to. So that's what these are on the screen here. So it's hard to know what these mean this time around. It looks like this one right here is like sort of the aggressive one because he says, I'll break your arms. The heart one's like a royalty one. It's like you're sort of using like the, I don't know, like your stature or your upbringing or the backing of like Radzig and such. Like you're kind of standing on those shoulders when you make that statement. And the first one here is usually sort of like your speech, your speechy response, you know, your silver tongue sort of response. But these graphics kind of, I mean, the heart one kind of makes sense because it's got like the crown on it. But these two are kind of confusing to me. Maybe you guys have an idea of what we're looking at here. This almost looks like a helmet with one of those things around the top, but what's the difference with this one? This is a helmet too, but it's got like this, maybe this is a letter back here. This is supposed to indicate your speech skill. I don't know. Lordship? Yeah. Just like how we've all agreed that South America always has an orange tint and Eastern Europe always has a grayscale tone. Yeah.
I saw that mark you left on your wife's face. That was no accident, was it?
What are you on about?
You'll raise your hand to a defenseless woman, but you need a whole gang to take on a man.
Think you can insult me, do you? Shut your gob. Get him, lads.
Fail. Ooh. That'd be so terrifying. I'm just hanging there.
Well,
one down. None of these guys have armor on.
Nicer now.
They're gonna go down quick. This guy's not. The guy playing the game's not trying to block at all or counter at all. He's just swinging. Ooh. And there's a block. Here we go. Surrender battle cry.
I feel quite hungry.
Pretty sure that's a meme. So we cut him down there. Now I'm kind of curious, if you don't cut him down, does he eventually die? Or if you take too long to dispatch those guys, does he die? Is there a timer? Ooh, let's maybe we weren't paying attention. Is there a timer until our filthy sailor mouth friend here, until he dies? He learned Poland. It's a knight helmet with filigree, so it's charisma and knightly. Middle is a soldier helmet on and a skull, so that's aggression. And last one looked like buildings with a heart. It was a crown on a heart. I don't see a timer here. It does say at the top right-hand corner, it says you activated the perk The Mountain. That's kind of cool, whatever that is. I don't see a timer for our friend Adder here, but the way that Kingdom Come works,
I feel quite hungry.
he probably would die, unless this guy right here is very mission important. And even then, maybe he would die, and you'd get like a game over. But I'm pretty sure the way, based on my previous experience with Warhorse games, if you take too long, he would die. The battle cry shows up on the right when he was mid-fight. Oh yeah, I'm not talking about that, Saber. I'm sorry. I'm talking about Adder. Like, I was trying to see if there was a timer someplace that showed that, like, you need to cut him down before this timer or he's dead. That's what I was looking for. I didn't know if there was like an indication of that. But when he taunted him, it gave him like options on the right for things to say or something. Yeah, well, you mean after the battle cry? Let's see. I could rewind this a little bit faster, but I don't want to miss go back too far. Yeah, I saw the options for the battle cry. Let's see. Yeah, so he has the option to surrender, battle cry, or taunt him. After the battle cry, it doesn't look like there's any options. Maybe maybe I just misread how you wrote that. This is kind of cool. I saw this. You can cut the string, and then when you come over to him, you have the option right here. You can see cut the restraints. That's kind of cool. I wish I had the closed caption on this.
Mało brakowało. Kimkolwiek jesteś, masz krzepę. To jakżeś nastukał tym zagnojonym kuciapom? O, sam bym lepiej tego nie uczynił.
He's got fancy
I
knee
reckon you
bands.
want to know who I am, right?
Look at Henry's face.
I'm
Holy
Henry.
shit.
Henry.
Nie. A dlaczego ty mówisz do
He says,
mnie?
why are you talking to me like that?
Yes,
That's what he says.
me. Henry. I was sent by Dry Devil. He's waiting for you at the Devil's Den.
O, żeż kurwa, czart żyje?
He's
To jeszcze
alive?
go nie powiesili? Kurwa, patrz, głupim to szczęście sprzyja.
I think he
As
says
you
something
say,
like,
in the
I want to buy
Devil's
you a
Den.
beer or something.
That's where all of us are supposed to meet.
O, złaciutki. Kocham cię. Chodź ze mną. Musimy to opić w czartówce.
Go ahead. I'll meet you there later.
Dobra, to tam się spotkamy. Kurwa, już się nie mogę doczekać jakiegoś ruchanka.
What a day, Henry. You did good. Now, off to find a bed, a bite to eat, and prepare for more tales to come.
Doesn't loot the bodies. This game definitely looks flatter than KCD1.
This concludes our game.
Does it not? It definitely kind of looks like you're on the, like right here. This is not a good shot, but you can see that there's a town down there. But it is very like, sort of like flat, I guess. I like how you pet the animal now. I think it even shows it here on the screen, the option, hopefully. I think it shows it. Oh, it looks like it's just a button press.
Good.
But I have noticed that
This
at some points when you
concludes
stop
our
at your
gameplay
horse and you look
showcase
down
of
at him,
Kingdom Come
there's like an
Deliverance
option to dismount or
Get
an option
ready
to praise
for
or whatever.
more exciting peeks into this medieval
those birds
adventure
again.
on our journey towards release, February 11th, 2025.
But yeah, I mean, that looks really good. I'm pretty excited for it.